I'm Pastor Steve. Welcome to PastorSteve.faith. This is a website, and I'd like to tell you a few little things about it. First of all, why did I create this particular website? Back in 2004, almost 20 years ago now, I went to a conference. I remember the conference really well. It was held in San Antonio, Texas, and it was a church conference called Multicultural Ministry. And I went to that conference and I sat and listened to the speakers and participated in all the activities, and I had an epiphany. And that is to say, a deep realization of a truth that I had previously not been aware of. What I learned at that conference was that we, in our church, are a cultural enclave. We're just a little group of people who are focused pretty much on their own cultural thing. And I realized that all of our churches are really in that situation. Most of what goes on in most churches most of the time is a celebration and appreciation and affirmation of the cultural reality of the people who are there. And then I got to studying world religions, and I came to figure out that most of your Hindu groups, your ashrams, your synagogues for the Jewish population, your mosques for the Muslim population, in most religious organizations, most of the time, what's really happening there is an affirmation, a celebration of the cultural reality of the people who are there. Each one of us is basically in our culture. The culture determines how we dress, how we work, how we eat, the music we listen to, the entertainment that we avail ourselves of, the basic material fabric of our lives, culture. And so in looking at the deep inner truths, the spiritual truths, the foundational truths of religious teachings around the world, there is a need to break out of the cultural mold, to talk to people who are just people, and to talk to them about these deep and central truths that exist without all the trappings of join my church, become part of my group, give up your culture, come and join my culture. That kind of dynamic of cultural purity and cultural separation, and that what we need to do is to affirm people, to help people do better, feel better, think better, to improve the human condition. That's why I started this particular website. Just a basic set of truths about us, people, humanity. Now, my faith, if you really dig down to the core, I am a radical humanist. I believe in people, in helping people, in ministering to people, in affirming people, lifting people up from the oppression of their circumstances. And I was taught this by some fairly prominent Christian teachers. The teacher who gave me instruction in pastoral ministry was Henry Nouwen. And I remember him, I was close to him, I was with him, and I learned that it is the human side of our faith that matters most. And so we don't need to be squeezing people into doctrinal, cultural molds. Give up your way of thinking and convert to my way of thinking. No, you are you. Your beliefs are your own. So with that passion, I decided to go ahead and open this website, notwithstanding the fact that some of the teachings here may be objected to by various people for various reasons. That's not what I'm worried about. What I want to do is just get the word of affirmation and the positive spirit out, and to help people understand some of the difficulties that have happened historically. I am a historian. I'm trained to read ancient documents, to tease forth from these ancient documents the best narrative we can as to what the reality was that happened in the past. And so I brought my historian training, my linguistic training in reading various ancient languages, to bring all of that together in a way that helps to affirm the message of practical humanism, practical spiritual guidance for the not very religious. That's kind of our motto here. Practical spiritual guidance for the not very religious. So that's the motivation behind this website. That's the why of this website. Now, how does this website go together? The website goes together asking for participation at various levels. The first level is free content. I want to provide as much free content as I can so you can browse through, scan through, pick the places, the stories, the wisdom out, the essays out as you encounter them. I know what it is to be financially indigent, okay? I know what that feels like, and I want to make sure we have available here as much free content as possible. That having been said, all of the subscriptions, all of the web development, all of the work involved in creating this website is not without cost. I am doing this outside the church. This is not a church thing. This is an us thing. This is a humanity thing that I am doing. And so there are costs involved. Now, there are 5 basic ways you can participate in this project. First is the free content. Browse the free content. If there is something that you need, and I mean honestly, truly need, and cannot afford, email me at the Contact Us link, and I will read your email, and I will do what I can, whatever I can, to help you meet your spiritual needs, your need for practical spiritual guidance, whatever it is that you need that's related to all the ancient wisdom stuff and the ancient texts and the ministry stuff. Contact me, let me know. I will help you. Now, the other way is that we will be publishing essays, various documents here that you can download for a $3 paywall. That is basically what it would cost if we had the thing on a copy machine. Just to cover some basic costs here, there's a $3 paywall for the documents themselves. If you're able to afford it, I would encourage you, just go ahead and download the documents. Then there's the subscription. The subscription is going to be a weekly release of information. We're going to be posting an essay every week. There will be posted with it a short video that will also describe the essay. The subscription just lets you have that download every week going right forward. I don't know if I'll make 52 out of the year, but we'll try to do the best that we can. So there is the free content, there is the basic $3 document download, there is the subscription. Then there's the consultation. The consultation fee is set at $100 for an hour, but I'm not going to be using a timer. If you need to talk to me about something, and if you can afford it, you can do the $100 consultation, and basically we'll talk on the phone. I'll just help you work through whatever it is that you're trying to work through, or answer whatever questions you've run into. Because in religion, we run into a lot of confusion. There are a lot of conflicting teachings out there. And one group saying this is the belief, and the other group saying this is the belief. And sometimes it's confusing, and you need a little help sort of finding your way through that. Once again, if you need that and can't afford it, email me, we'll work something out, okay? If you can afford it, it helps me to be able to continue this work and to do it well, to focus on it and put the time and effort needed into continuing to develop this. Then there's the benefactor level. If there is somebody out there who believes in this vision, believes in this mission to humanity, to start sorting out the religious confusions that exist, to start looking at the conflicts, because this website deals with a great historic conflict, which is the conflict that grew out of the 1st century CE, when the Jewish people were overrun by the Roman people, basically destroyed, and a set of documents was produced, which we call the New Testament, which is a wonderful document. But if you read it with an objective eye, you'll see a lot of anti-Semitism in there. You'll see a lot of kind of mystical Christian supremacy in there, kind of a message of go with us or rot in hell, that kind of thing, right? Which is, unfortunately, it's just there in the documents. And it gets lifted up. It got lifted up under the Emperor Constantine, and it came to become a magisterium, a church, which later brought us the Inquisition, brought us Eurocentric cultural supremacy, the teachings of that, brought us anti-Semitism, brought us racism, brought us colonialism, and all kinds of things that had negative impacts, especially on the indigenous people of the world, the natives of all of South America and North America, Australia, Oceania, and all the things that happened in the colonial time frame, and also the atrocities that were continuously committed against the Jewish population. All of this came out of that spiritual magisterium idea of salvation being obtained by one single cultural path. Now, I think that's a pretty important message. If you're able to help, if you have been blessed with financial security, if you're not worried about how to pay the electric bill, how to buy food, how to keep keep the rent paid, if you're financially solvent and able to, if just a few people could become benefactors of this process, we can continue this mission, we can grow this mission, we can make this mission happen. Not as a religious organization, not as a church, not as anybody's religion, just as a way of affirming people in their human journey. So that's how this works. We've got the free content, and I intend to make that as strong as I can. We've got the document downloads, $3 a document. We've got the subscription that's posted on the website. Consultation, I am happy to talk with you if possible, and we can work out helping you with whatever your questions are, whatever you're dealing with. If I can be of help, I want to be of help. And finally, the benefactor requested of those individuals who are solvent enough to make a difference. Thank you so much for watching this.